Hi everyone, welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can perform headless browser testing in Robot Framework. So first of all, let us understand what is headless browser testing. So normally when you are executing your test cases, it will launch the browser and it will interact with the elements and everything will go like a flow. So we can, as a user, I can see all the operations, whatever is happening on the UI, right? So headless browser means we can execute or perform all the operations at the back end. That means as a user, I cannot see anything which is happening in the UI. So everything will execute on the back end. So the main advantage of this feature is we can make our execution very faster. So we can achieve this by using headless browser testing. Now in the robot framework, we can make our browser headless by adding some parameter. Let's say headless Chrome and headless Firefox. Now we can also make other browsers headless. For example, let's go to PyCharm. Now we have created few test cases in the previous videos. Login test.robot is one test case. Registration test.robot is another test case. Now if you just go and see the login test, here I configure Firefox. So when I run this test case, it will execute on Firefox browser and it will launch the Firefox so we can see all the operations. Similarly, if you go to registration test, here I specified the Chrome. That means the test case will execute on the Chrome browser. Now I want to make them as a headless. So to do this, instead of specifying only the Firefox, we need to say headless Firefox. Headless Firefox. Now at the runtime, we can't see the UI and every operation will happen in the backend itself. Similarly, for the registration test also, instead of specifying the Chrome, I will say headless Chrome. Headless Chrome. And this particular test case will execute backend by using Chrome browser. So as a user, I cannot see any flow or I cannot see any browser at the front end. Now I make both the test cases are headless. One of them I use headless Firefox and other one is using headless Chrome. Now I want to execute these two test cases as a suit. So in the previous video, I have created one run.bat file where I specified the location of my project, and by using pobot, I'm executing my test cases parallel. So here I specified the processor 2 and output directory is a result and where my test cases results will be stored. Now currently I'm going to execute both the test cases. So let me run my run.bat file and we'll see how it is going to execute. So as a user, I cannot see any UI flows. I can just see the final output. Now let me right click on run.bat file and then run as cmd script. So once it is started, now it will open up the command prompt. Now it is started executing my test cases at the backend. Now you cannot see any UI flows. It will launch the browser, perform all the operations at the backend itself. So as a user, I cannot see any operations. So this process will make execution a little bit faster. Now it is started and I think first test case is got passed, first registration test is got passed, and then login test is also got passed. And finally, we got the time on also and the results also generated in this particular folder. Now, if I just go and see the report.html, open with the browser, Chrome browser. Now, let me refresh this one and somehow it is getting red. Let's see why it is getting red. Okay, so we did a mistake. So actually these are the reports which are created earlier. Now the latest report will be saved inside the result folder, right? Now we need to open the results from the result folder. Now let's go and open this report.html, then open in browser and then Chrome browser. Now this will contain the actual results. Now when you open this, now you can see all the tests, and here there are two test cases of executed successfully. Now just expand this. Now you can see it is open all the keywords, whatever keywords have executed, and everything is goes well. Now go back to the report. Now we can see the final report here. So this is how we can execute our test cases headless. Only thing is we need to just specifying the only Firefox, we need to make it as a headless Firefox. Similarly, if it is a Chrome, we say headless Chrome, and then execution will happen at the back end. As a user, I cannot see any UI operations at the front end. So this is called as headless browser testing in Robot Framework. So that's all for this video, guys. So thanks for watching.